This is Chicago, city of broad shoulders, second city to some, but first in so many ways. The birthplace of the modern skyscraper. This is a city of 77 neighborhoods, where communities are built on a can-do, roll-up-your-sleeve attitude that is passed down from generation to generation. It's just in our DNA. Yes, we have our differences and divides, but at the end of the day, we are all Chicagoans. This is a city worth protecting, worth keeping safe. And these are the men and women in the city that are out there each and every single day of the year to do exactly that. This is a firefighter who will make the ultimate sacrifice to save all that is precious to you and me. This is a firefighter. What we may call a hero, they call just doing their job. This is a paramedic who often sees people on the worst days of their lives and always gives them their best. This is a firefighter, rich or poor, south side or north side. No matter your faith, your politics, or your gender, all they see are people in need of help. This is a firefighter, and this is a paramedic, the type of person whose door is always knocked on, but they never knock back, because it's their job and duty to help. They never ask for it in return. Well, we need to continue to do our part to help our firefighters and paramedics, especially during these unprecedented times. This year has shown us how unpredictable and uncertain things can get. It should go without saying that our firefighters, paramedics, and our city are faced with more threats and challenges than ever before. Well, this is how we continue to pitch in and do our part to help. This is the Chicago Fire Department Foundation, a foundation that will continue to help make sure the supplies and tools needed to save lives are always available, no matter what. Ever since the early stages of the pandemic, we have provided personal protective equipment to our firefighters and paramedics, and also for citizens who require assistance from paramedics in order to help keep everyone safe. We have and will continue to provide financial support to our firefighters and paramedics in their time of need. We also remain committed to investing in and providing cutting-edge technology and research to help the department remain a national leader in firefighting and emergency medical response. Our goal for the future remains the same: to help Chicago be the most prepared city in America. If the past year has taught us anything, it's that you can never be too prepared. Today, we ask for your continued support in this cause, to join in and help make a difference for our city and its people. This is the Chicago Fire Department Foundation, supporting those who protect us all.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. What a wonderful montage of the Chicago Fire Department Foundation and the vital support we provide to our heroes, the firefighters and paramedics, and their families who sacrifice so much for all of us. I'm Lori Healy, a very proud founding member of the Foundation's board. This is our third annual event, and I can safely say it's one we never could have imagined just several short months ago. Of course, we're coming to you virtually this year, but we've all become so accustomed to seeing each other this way, it's our new normal. And while we long for the days of gathering together in person once again and hope they are coming soon, we're excited to bring the Chicago Fire Department Foundation into your living rooms, your dens, your kitchens, or your offices. Now, before we go on, we are honored to have a special message from a great friend to the Foundation, Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mayor Lori Lightfoot. For more than a century, our great city of Chicago has been at the forefront of fire safety and prevention. Innovation's in our blood, and we're proud of it. That heritage continues to this day thanks to the commitment and passion of the Chicago Fire Department Foundation, which has raised over $1 million with the support of UL, Motorola, Wintrust, and other Chicago corporate partners. These funds have directly contributed to delivering cutting-edge technology and initiatives to reduce first responder and civilian injury and death. Over the past few months, that spirit of service has taken a new form with the COVID-19 crisis. Since the first days of this pandemic, it's been our firefighters and other first responders working on the front lines to keep our city safe from the spread of this disease. And through it all, the Chicago Fire Department Foundation has been there, helping the CFD adapt to this new threat with vital equipment and resources. Now, before I go on, I'd like to express my own personal gratitude to another critical group of people, and that's the friends and families here today. Our firefighters are able to do what they do because you do what you do to support them. Looking across our department, what you see are brave men and women who all hail from different neighborhoods and backgrounds. But regardless of the path taken, all your stories come together with the oath you took to help us in our time of need and to run towards the fire and bring us to safety. When you took that oath, you became part of something larger than yourself. You have joined a community of brothers and sisters, an institution built on sacrifice and mission over self that has helped shape our city's history. I want you to know that in this fight, your city has your back every step of the way. You deserve not only our admiration, but our continued commitment to provide the best training, the best leadership, and the best wellness services possible. That is our mission and our promise to you now and for the years ahead. I want to thank everyone at the Chicago Fire Department Foundation for doing your part to help support our firefighters and our great city. We need you, and we are grateful for you. Thank you once again, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Mayor Lightfoot, and thank you for being there for the foundation. We appreciate it so much. Last year, some of you may recall, we held our event on September the 11th, a truly significant day for our country and first responders. The memories of heroism remain fresh in our minds nearly 2 decades later. But heroism did not die in the ashes that day. It lives in the hearts and the attitudes of brave firefighters and paramedics each and every day. We are so fortunate to have them. 2020 has brought us all new challenges indeed, and these first responders have never wavered. They are there for us, and we must be there for them too. That's where the Chicago Fire Department Foundation and all of you come in. The foundation is committed to supporting those who protect us all, but we can't do it alone. We need the help of friends and partners like you. Below me on your screen, you will see how you can donate to the cause, and we hope you will. It is so important. We have an interesting show planned for you, and we'll keep it short, understanding that everyone's life is so busy these days. We will hear from Ray Orozco, my friend and fellow board member, about what the foundation is doing to help make Chicago the most disaster-prepared city in the nation. Chicago Fire Department's Extraordinary Commissioner, Richard Ford, will also join us, and we will hear the incredible stories of 8 courageous women and men who have gone above and beyond in their service to our city and its people. But now I have the pleasure, and I do mean pleasure, to present the inaugural Founders Award to 2 outstanding companies who have been with the foundation from day one. In fact, day one would not have been possible without them. First, Underwriters Laboratories. UL is no stranger to fire service, as they've been very active in firefighter safety research over the years. UL manager Chris Hasbrook, now one of my fellow board members, launched the idea of forming the Chicago Fire Department Foundation after witnessing the positive impact a similar group made in New York City. Chris urged UL to begin the process here in our city, and the company responded swiftly and brilliantly with a startup $100,000 sponsorship in 2016. The rest, as they say, is history. UL has remained by our side ever since, helping in our quest to support, train, educate, and provide for the valiant heroes of our Chicago Fire Department. We are pleased that Jennifer Scanlon, one of our event co-chairs, will accept the award on behalf of UL. A native Chicagoan, Jenny was named UL's first woman president and CEO just over a year ago. She brings the integrity, talent, and experience to her job, which ensures that UL's 125-year legacy of safety and trust will endure and thrive. Ladies and gentlemen, Jenny Scanlon.
Thank you, Lori. It is indeed an honor to accept the Chicago Fire Department Foundation's inaugural Founders Award on behalf of UL Inc. I'd also like to recognize our fellow Founders Award winner, Motorola Solutions, led by my friend Greg Brown. UL has been working for a safer world since 1894, when our founder, William Henry Merrill Jr., was called in to reduce the fire hazard in the Palace of Electricity at the Chicago's World's Fair. Even by today's standards, the 100,000 light bulbs in the White City must have been a spectacle to behold. UL and the Chicago Fire Department share a proud history. As one of the earliest and largest fire departments in the nation, CFD housed UL's first office in a CFD fire station. We are proud to advocate for the work of the foundation in supporting Chicago Fire Department initiatives for education, fire prevention, training, and equipment needs that might otherwise go unfunded. While UL may be best known for testing and certifying the safety of important products like fire alarms and fire hoses, it's our research in fire prevention that supports the life-saving practices that help protect the people who protect us. Today's firefighters face many complex risks. UL applies science and research to help reduce firefighter, paramedic, and civilian deaths and injuries. UL shares a safety mission with the CFD Foundation, and we are passionate collaborators, thanks to the initiative of UL's Vice President for Building and Life Safety Technologies, Chris Hasbrook. And what a collaboration it's been. Through the UL Firefighter Safety Research Institute, created to promote and lead science-based research into firefighter and civilian safety, UL has tested various CFD scenarios and solutions and provided Chicago firefighters a seat at the research table. Working together, our efforts enabled CFD to consider and make changes to standard operating procedures for Chicago firefighters, helping to keep them and the public safe. UL thanks the CFD Foundation for this important recognition. As our firefighters and paramedics bravely respond to our call to service in our most desperate times, we salute their dedication and thank them for their selfless service.
Thank you, Jenny, and congratulations, UL. Well deserved. When UL decided to make the dream of this foundation a reality, the first company they turned to was Motorola Solutions. The company was the perfect partner. For more than 90 years, Motorola Solutions has been on the ground, innovating and shaping our world and making it more connected. But beyond their industry work, Motorola Solutions is one of our city's philanthropic giants. They live and breathe the notion of giving back to the community. When asked to be involved, Motorola Solutions did not hesitate and quickly provided vital resources to propel the dream of the Chicago Fire Department Foundation. We are delighted that Greg Brown, Chairman and CEO, will accept the award on behalf of Motorola Solutions. Named to Forbes' America's Top 100 Most Innovative Leaders in 2019, Greg has led Motorola for the past 12 years. Under his guidance, the 91-year-old global company continues to thrive, both in business and in the community. Ladies and gentlemen, Greg Brown.
Hi, I'm Greg Brown, and I'm honored to be with you today to accept the 2020 Founders Award on behalf of Motorola Solutions. Our commitment to the Chicago Fire Department Foundation goes back several years. Our commitment to the city of Chicago goes back even further. And our commitment to the brave men and women who serve as firefighters and paramedics goes back even further than that, 92 years plus to be exact. Because of this, we also share your organization's mission of keeping our city and first responders safe. You provide critical training, research, development, and education to our fire personnel, services that help them stay safe on the job just as much as the equipment and technology they use. And we and I am proud to stand by your side as you continue to help the CFD better protect and serve the communities we call home. We are so grateful, and I'm deeply thankful for this honor. Thank you.
Congratulations to both Motorola and UL. We are grateful beyond words for your friendship, your support, and your generosity. As Lori mentioned, you have been with us from the start, and you are the base upon which this foundation was built. I'm Raymond Orozco. Thank you for watching this early evening. We know there are many other things you could be doing, and we appreciate that you are taking the time to join us. I am extremely proud to be a part of the Chicago Fire Department Foundation, standing with our city's firefighters and paramedics who put their own lives on the line to protect ours. Just 4 years ago, the foundation set course with the mission of supporting the Chicago Fire Department through initiatives that lead to the reduction of fire deaths and injuries. Our ultimate objective, 0 casualties. And while that is a lofty goal, we believe in our hearts that it is attainable. As part of our core mission, we are committed to sharing with you how your generosity is helping to propel the Chicago Fire Department forward. Together, we are supporting the Chicago Fire Department's training, research, development, and public education needs. The first responder community is standing in the doorway of safety for all of our citizens. They must be prepared. They must be highly trained. They must have access to the latest technology. And they must feel supported by the communities they serve. That is why we are here. That is the purpose of our Chicago Fire Department Foundation. Over these 4 years, we have made an impact. We have begun a legacy of investment in more than 5,000 members of the Chicago Fire Department. But our reach goes beyond those members. It goes to their families in times of pain, stress, and need. These families are our families. This year, of course, has presented unprecedented and unimaginable challenges for all of us. COVID-19 has changed the way we live, tested us in ways we never could have anticipated. It has transformed our world. I am proud that our foundation has responded quickly, decisively, and efficiently. We have helped the Chicago Fire Department adapt to this new world with needed resources and equipment. We have also implemented an online social media campaign to raise awareness of the men and women of the Chicago Fire Department who continue to battle this horrible pandemic on the front lines. We are able to do things like this because of people like you. We simply can't do this alone. We need you with us. We need you to be part of our team. Through the critical support of donors, the foundation has raised over $1 million dedicated solely to the critical initiatives and equipment. We are externally thankful for this success, but so much more needs to be done. On the screen, you will see how you can donate. If you can reach into your pockets and help, it would mean so much to our courageous firefighters and paramedics and their families who sacrifice so much for us. Thank you for anything that you can do. You know, I've been around firefighters and paramedics for most of my life. They are dedicated, selfless, and honorable. They don't seek recognition, but they do earn respect. They are truly the best of the best. And now I am proud to introduce their leader, the Commissioner of the Chicago Fire Department, Richard Ford.
Thank you, Ray. Good afternoon, all. My name is Richard C. Ford II, Fire Commissioner of the Chicago Fire Department. And on behalf of the more than 5,000 men and women of the Chicago Fire Department, I want to take this opportunity to convey a sincere appreciation for the Foundation's unwavering commitment to our first responders and their families. This year has not been without challenges. We all know this. But a global pandemic does not stop the work of our first responders who remain on the front lines each and every day. Well before this pandemic arrived, the Foundation worked with our department to identify critical needs for our first responders' families. The Foundation and its longtime partner, Ogilvy, created and produced a cancer awareness video to further reinforce the CFD's CLEAN initiative, an important program to educate our first responders about how to stay safe and clean while fighting a fire and cleaning their gear and themselves up with the use of cancer wipes provided by the Foundation. With a firm belief in supporting our first responders' families, the Foundation was proud to be a sponsor for the second annual Eric Kirstensen Scholarship of Service earlier this year. In memory of the United States Navy Lieutenant Commander Eric Kirstensen, who lost his life in Afghanistan in 2005, proceeds raised during this event go toward the endowment of a scholarship for children of active duty military, Chicago Fire, and Police Department personnel. During the early stages of this pandemic, the Foundation provided our department with 10,000 medical respirator masks. In partnership with the Gary Sinise Foundation, they provided splash guards, face shields, and much needed hand sanitizer. Knowing that fires still occur during these unique times, the Foundation donated an additional 1,000 smoke detectors for distribution throughout our communities. They also provided cloth face coverings for our paramedics and distribute to the potential patients and protect them and our paramedics. Hundreds of men and women show up daily at testing areas to administer tests that will ultimately prevent the spread of this virus. The Foundation recognized their efforts with a classic Chicago lunch for nearly 100 National Guard members at the Chatham COVID-19 testing facility. Sadly, our department lost 2 of its own to this virus in April. The Foundation stepped forward without hesitation to provide financial support to the families of firefighter Mario Aruja and firefighter Edward Singleton. Beyond the purchase and donation of protective gear for the department, the Foundation has been instrumental in sourcing essential technology. The use of drones, the potential to make large impact, and how effective the CFD can mitigate fires, disasters, or large-scale incidents this year. The last of the 3 drones purchased by the Foundation were delivered to the department, equipped with night vision, which is essential in helping to locate survivors in low visibility or dense vegetation. This technology is critically important for fire investigations and training purposes. Just days before the onset of the pandemic, I had the privilege to introduce a new and first of its kind life-saving initiative developed by the Foundation. The Fire Escape is a 15-minute immersive experience which utilizes virtual reality to teach Chicago's elementary school students about critical fire safety in the home. 5th and 6th graders at St. Sabina Academy of Chicago's South Side were among the first in the U.S. to put on the Oculus Geo headset and learn the 10 steps to fire safety. We look forward to returning to the schools when it's safe to further this important education. It is now my honor to introduce a salute to this year's heroes. These honorees exemplify the qualities that are at the core of every member of the fire department: honor, courage, and commitment. The meritorious actions of this select members represent the finest virtues of our department.
Thank you, Commissioner Ford. My name is Larry Langford. It is my distinct honor and pleasure to introduce you to 8 valiant heroes. They come from all walks of life with one strong, uniting bond: the commitment to serve their city. Ladies and gentlemen, our heroes. Firefighter of the Year, Firefighter Max Avalos, Firefighter David Claudio, and Captain Robert Ludwig. On March 3rd, a call came in of fire in the 1900 block of South St. Louis. 2 buildings were burning. People were fleeing the site, but firefighters were told that 1 person remained inside. A rapid search was ordered. The occupant was found and led out to safety. But the flames remained, and the fire needed to be extinguished. It was spreading rapidly, with thick black smoke pouring out of the eaves and windows. Firefighters advanced a large hose line to the 2nd floor to get to the seat of the fire. Suddenly, the hose got caught, wouldn't move. Firefighter Michael Manchester was sent to free up that line. In the blinding smoke and high heat, he felt his way along the hose to find the source of the bind. Moments later, the line started to move, but suddenly there was a strong pull backwards. Captain Robert Ludwig called out to see if Manchester was okay. No response. He called out a second time and heard nothing. Seconds later, firefighter Max Avalos reported that Manchester was down, unresponsive. Visibility was zero. The heat was rising fast, and now a firefighter was unconscious. The call went out over the radio of a mayday, the most serious of radio messages. A member was in trouble. Firefighter Avalos was joined by firefighter David Claudio. They worked in the dark to turn Manchester over and evaluate his condition. He was gasping for air. Captain Ludwig ordered them to be removed right away, but as Claudio and Avalos tried to get him out, it was clear he was stuck in debris. In the darkness, they rapidly moved the items that had Manchester trapped. They again tried to move him. This time, they succeeded. Manchester was fading fast, unable to help his rescuers at all. He had become listless, semi-conscious. The trio of Ludwig, Avalos, and Claudio fought through the heavy smoke and heat without water protection. They made their way to the first floor with their brother and delivered him into the waiting arms of medics and firefighters. The speedy and resourceful actions of Captain Robert Ludwig, firefighter Max Avalos, and firefighter David Claudio undoubtedly saved the life of Michael Manchester, who, thanks to their efforts, made a complete recovery from his injuries. The trio is awarded the highest honor with the Firefighter of the Year award. Firefighter Award of Valor, firefighter Jamie Delgado. On a cold and very windy winter morning in December, emergency 911 calls came in reporting people in distress in the lake off North Avenue. Arriving units were told that 3 people had jumped into the icy water from the ledge. One victim got out on his own, but 2 others were in trouble. One was struggling on the surface, about to go under, and the third was already under and out of sight. Knowing that the second person would go under any moment, firefighter Jamie Delgado of Rescue Squad 1 suited up and tied to a rope entered the water. Winds were blowing at 30 miles per hour, creating high waves and swells, making for a very dangerous rescue attempt. Fighting the pounding waves, Delgado made his way to the victim and, despite the life-threatening conditions, got the patient safely back to shore. Conditions became so rough, no other divers could re-enter the water, affirming that Delgado's quick actions saved a swimmer moments before he would have been lost. Jamie Delgado receives the Firefighter Award of Valor. Firefighter Award of Valor, firefighter EMT Patrick Walsh and firefighter paramedic Matthew Dryden. On October 12th of last year, engine 113 was near Van Buren and Cicero. They were told that a short distance away, a man was running wildly, covered in blood. Engine 113 notified the alarm office and began to look for the victim. They found him in short order, running in traffic and appearing to be in sheer panic. He ignored requests to stop so that he could be helped. He ran into the Blue Line station at 720 Cicero. Firefighter EMT Patrick Walsh and firefighter paramedic Matthew Dryden, knowing the victim might end up hurting himself on the tracks, jumped from the rig and gave chase. They followed the man running down the ramp to the CTA platform. Once at platform level, the man started to run at full gait for a train that was leaving the station. Moments before he would be hit by the moving train, Walsh and Dryden grabbed him, inches from contact. They subdued him and protected him from further harm. Firefighters Patrick Walsh and Matthew Dryden put a citizen's safety above their own and saved him from further harm. They have earned the Firefighter Award of Valor. Firefighter Award of Valor, firefighter Dan Ramos. At 5 in the morning in early December 2018, a fire broke out at 4206 North Laramie. Several calls indicated people were trapped in the flames. Extra companies went to the scene on a still-in-box alarm. The building was heavily involved in fires, smoke billowing out of the rear. Firefighter Dan Ramos was on Squad 2 and was tasked with performing a search for those trapped. He found his way in the rear and tried to make entry, but the door would not open despite his strong efforts. Eventually, he was able to get the door open slightly, and then, feeling around the dark, realized a victim was on the other side, not allowing the door to fully open. The person was not responsive. Ramos knew that time was of the essence. The heat was building, the visibility zero. With much effort, he squeezed into the limited opening and forced himself through the doorway into the room. The fire was closing in fast. He moved the unconscious victim from the doorway, allowing the engine crew to get a line in to fight the fire. He quickly moved the patient out to Engine 94 and Truck 58 members who continued life-saving procedures. Squad 2's Dan Ramos has earned the Firefighter Award of Valor. Paramedic of the Year, Paramedic Field Chief Heather McKeon. On the 26th of August, 2018, calls came in to the 911 center. There was a fire, 2224 South Sacramento. The response was elevated upon information that several people were trapped in the building. Paramedic Field Chief Heather McKeon was in charge of the ambulance crews assigned to this fire. Upon her arrival, she witnessed firefighters bringing multiple victims from the building. She immediately requested an EMS Plan 1, bringing a half-dozen ambulances and crews right to the scene. PFC McKeon took charge of the medical effort as firefighters brought out 10 children from the burning structure. Seeing the number of victims, she ordered an EMS Plan 2 for additional ambulances, giving each victim and their own crew to treat and transport. In an amazing effort, McKeon directed crews to swiftly start treatment of the victims in the parkway in front of the building. Knowing the odds were against the children, she directed her crews to do their absolute best to save them. Through it all, PFC McKeon kept her crews on point and focused. She provided strength and leadership and made sure all possible resources were used to give these young children the best chance of survival. Sadly, over the next days, they succumbed to their injuries. But PFC McKeon and the multiple ambulance crews under her direction went above and beyond to do everything possible to save these precious lives, and did so under extremely emotional and stressful conditions. PFC Heather McKeon receives the Paramedic of the Year award. Congratulations to all of our heroes.
Congratulations to these remarkable heroes. You inspire us all. Thank you for your dedication to the people of Chicago. And thank you for tuning in. All of us with the Chicago Fire Department Foundation appreciate it. Take care and enjoy the rest of your evening.